be honest with me. If you woke up tomorrow and your bank app said zero, your CV didn't matter, and nobody was coming to rescue you, what's the first move you'd make to put $10,000 in your account fast? Think about it. Not your someday plan. Not the dream car or the mansion. Just the first 10,000. Because here's a secret most people never learn. That first 10 grand is the hardest money you'll ever make. It's the dragon you slay that proves money is a skill you can repeat, not a lottery ticket you hope to win. Once you do it once, something in your brain changes. Scarcity turns into strategy. Panic turns into process, and process compounds. When I was 18, I didn't have money. I didn't have a degree. I had a broom, a bucket, and a backbone. I set one target, 10,000, not a million, not financial freedom, just enough to turn the lights on inside my head and say, I can do this. That first 10 took sweat. It took experiments. It took saying yes to awkward things and no to distractions. But when I hit it, everything accelerated. I could see how the machine worked. I could repeat it. I could scale it. And I did. If I had to do it again, starting from zero today, here's exactly how I do it in 3 big moves. I'm going to talk to you like a professor whose job is to keep you pinned to your seat. No fluff, no mystery. Action steps you can do tonight. Stories to lock it in your memory, and guardrails so you don't drive off a cliff. Stay with me until the end, because I'll give you a simple 30-day sprint plan that makes your first 10K the most likely outcome, not a wish. First, the mindset. You do not need a complicated plan. You need a clean one with no hiding places. The more complex your blueprint, the more excuses your brain will invent. You will be tempted by crypto screenshots, day trading fairy tales, and drop-shipping demos that promise no work, all profit. Those are not step 1. Those are multipliers you can add later to money you've already earned. For step 1, you want something you can start today with almost no cash, that pays you quickly, and that you can scale without waiting for permission. You want to build a cash engine. Strip away the noise, and there are only 4 practical categories for your first 10K. In-person services, local products, global products, online services. I've done all 4. They each have a place. They each have traps. The choice you make here is crucial because it determines your speed, your stress, and your ceiling. If you pick wrong, you'll feel busy and broke at the same time. If you pick right, you'll feel momentum in your bones within 7 days. Let's start where most people overlook because it sounds too simple to matter. In-person services, personal training, dog walking, delivery runs, house cleaning, nail design, barbering, window washing, car detailing, videography for local events. These are not glamorous on Instagram, which is exactly why they work. You can start them with almost no money. You can charge today. You can learn sales, service, and discipline on the street where you live. When I was young, I walked into the wealthier neighborhoods with a bucket and a smile. I looked for immaculate lawns and filthy cars. Why? Because people who love tidy gardens don't want a dirty car making their driveway look cheap. I knocked. I offered to wash. Some said no. Many said yes, cash in hand. That's the lesson. The world pays people who solve small problems without overthinking them. The problem with in-person services is obvious. Your feet are your limit. You can only be in one place at a time. Rain ruins a day. Holidays stall momentum. If you're aiming for 10,000 fast, in-person is a brilliant ignition. But you will hit a ceiling. You will feel the tug of something bigger. That's your signal to choose your next lane wisely. Local products can be intoxicating. Home-baked goods, handmade jewelry, art prints, fresh produce, DIY crafts. You can turn a hobby into an income, and that feels like cheating in the best way. I did this with model planes. I bought cheap parts, built them, and sold them at a local club. The joy was real. The money wasn't. Materials ate my margin. The customer base was tiny. The pricing power wasn't there. If you crave creative expression and want your first dollars to be fun, do it. But if you need speed and scale, you'll feel the drag. Global Products take the brakes off. Clothing brands, print on demand, sneaker reselling, drop shipping, digital downloads. Now you can sell to anyone, anywhere. Your shop never sleeps. I was so excited about this that I got on a plane, visited manufacturers, and turned designs into a product line. The early days were slow because every sale demanded reinvestment. 10 units sold meant ordering 20 more. Cash got trapped in restocking. Ultimately, it was worth it. If you can push through 3 months of patience and reinvestment, Global Products can become a beautiful foundation for passive income. But they are not the fastest path to your first $10,000 if you are starting with nothing. That leaves online services. This is the lane I would choose today to hit $10K fastest and cleanest. Why? Because you get the global reach of products with the fat margins of services. Copywriting, video editing, thumbnail design, short-form content production, ad management, funnel builds, email sequences, social media management, podcast production, web design, community building, UGC creation. These are skills you can sharpen quickly. These are outcomes businesses care about. And unlike products, where 20-30 margins are normal and reinvestment is necessary, service margins can be 70-80. Money arrives on day one. You eat, then you scale. So, how do you pick your service? Ask 3 questions and write the answers down. What are you already good at, even a little? What do you enjoy learning about when nobody's watching? What problems do businesses keep paying to solve? Where those 3 overlap is your sweet spot. Don't wait to be an expert. Don't hide in tutorials for 6 months. Start under market rate. Earn and learn at the same time. One paid project teaches you more than 50 YouTube videos, I promise. Now we move to the engine room. I call it the skill pyramid. 4 elements that together transform a high-income skill into $10,000 on the clock. Miss any one of them, and you'll feel like you're pushing a shopping cart with a jammed wheel. Smooth from the outside, exhausting from the inside. Element 1 is positioning. If you offer a service that saves a business time, you can be paid decently. If you offer a service that grows a business revenue, you can be paid generously. Businesses think about money differently to individuals. If a business makes $50,000 a month, spending $2,000 to unlock another $10,000 is a bargain. If you're a video editor, don't sell I edit videos. Sell I turn raw footage into sales assets that convert. If you design thumbnails, don't sell cool picture. Sell click-through rate up by 1 to 3 on your top videos, because CTR multiplied by views equals money. If you write, don't pitch blogs. Pitch landing pages that turn 1, 2 into 2, 7, because that delta is dollars. Position yourself near the cash register. You will feel the difference in your rates immediately. Here's a positioning upgrade you can make tonight. Niche your WHU, not anyone with a business. That's noise. Choose coaches selling 1K programs. Choose SaaS founders pre-Series A. Choose e-commerce brands between 30K and 100K MRR. Choose real estate agents in your city. Specificity is a magnet. People pay more to specialists than generalists because specialists remove decision friction. Your message is crisper. Your proof is tighter. Your pitch is simpler. You are no longer talented. You are useful. Element 2 is leverage. If you price by the hour, you volunteer for a lifetime of polite begging. Hours are a ceiling. Outcomes are a floor. Stop selling effort. Start selling results. You can productize your service into packages. You can tie fees to performance. You can build assets once and charge for them many times. You can set up retainers so income is predictable, not a coin flip. Say you run ad campaigns. Hourly, you hover at a rate the client resents. Outcome-based, you charge a setup fee, a monthly retainer, and a small performance bonus after threshold, everyone is aligned. The client roots for your bonus because it means they're winning too. Leverage also means reclaiming your time from chaos. Create templates, onboarding checklists, research frameworks, editing presets, offer ladders, standard operating procedures. Every time you do a task twice, ask yourself, how do I do this once? Save it and reuse it forever. That mental habit adds thousands to your yearly income without working a minute more. Element 3 is reach. In the beginning, you'll chase. Cold emails, DMs, job boards, referrals, do it. The fastest yeses happen when you ask for them. But even on day one, build the system that flips the chase. You want clients to come to you. How? By documenting your work and making it easy to find. If you edit, post before-after clips with the online explanation of the change and the result. If you design thumbnails, show splitists, and the clicks each version earned. If you manage social accounts, publish one account you grow from zero and explain your steps. I once searched for a designer who made movie-style posters. One creator dominated the search feed simply by posting what he loved. He wasn't even selling. His inbox filled up anyway. He turned a hobby into a business without trying to be clever. He showed up. People noticed. Be findable. Element 4 is automation. Listen carefully. This is where most talented beginners fail. They think the market pays for talent. The market pays for reliability. If you say Monday and deliver Wednesday, you become a story that client tells their friends about flakiness. If you ghost when something goes wrong, the client turns your name into a warning. The people I pay the most are not always the most gifted. They are the ones who never make me chase them. They confirm scope in writing. They deliver early. They send a loom when they need a decision. They keep everything in one thread. They use a CRM to remember who said what and when. They are boring in the best way. You want to be boring like that. A CRM is not sexy. It is a memory you can trust. It shows you your pipeline at a glance. It reminds you who to follow up with today. It holds your notes so you never search old emails at midnight. Tools like Odoo CRM can help you do all of this in one place. Contacts, deals, tasks, scheduling, files. Whether you use Odoo, a spreadsheet, or a whiteboard on your wall, the principle is the same. Get your brain out of your head and into a system. Professionalism prints money. Okay, that's the pyramid. Now let's turn it into motion. Here's a 30-day sprint plan to get you as close as possible to $10,000 starting now. Day 1 to 3. Choose your service, choose your niche, create 3 simple offers. A low-friction starter, for example, a $199 audit or a fix one thing package. A core offer, $750 or $2,000, you can deliver in a week. A retainer offer, $500, $1 to $500 per month for ongoing work that compounds results. Write 1 paragraph for each. Read them out loud until they sound like a person, not a brochure. Day 4 to 7. Build fast proof. If you have no clients, do 2 tiny projects for free in exchange for permission to share results and a testimonial. If you hate free, call it a pilot and set a tight scope. 1 deliverable, 1 revision, 1 week. Document everything. Get numbers where possible. CTR from 2, 1 to 3. 5 in 48 hours. Lead response time from 16 hours to 2 hours. Real watch time up 22. Specifics sell. Day 8 to 14. Outreach season. 10 personalized messages a day, not spam. Messages that show you did homework. I watched your last 3 videos. Your hook is strong, but your first 2 seconds don't match the title, which hurts retention. I cut a fresh opener to show you how it could feel. Want me to finish it? Or, I rewrote your hero section to focus on your promise instead of your features. If you like it, I'll do the full page for $300 with 2 revisions. If it doesn't convert better, don't pay. Or, Here's a 20-second mock-up of a poster for your new episode. If you want 3 more options, I'll deliver by Friday for $250. Keep it short. Proof first. Price clean. Ask clearly. Day 15 to 21. Deliver like a saint. Over-communicate without being needy. Received. Delivering Friday by 4 p.m. We'll send a draft Wednesday for feedback. Use a single shared folder. Name files clearly. Ask one question at a time. Offer one decision at a time. When you deliver, tell them what you did, why you did it, and how to use it. Record a 2-minute loom walking them through. Clients love being guided. They hate feeling stupid. Day 22 to 30. Convert wins into retainers and referrals. If you want me to keep this rolling and hit bigger outcome, I can manage this every week for X with Y deliverables. If you've enjoyed this, do you know one person who'd benefit from this too? People are more generous with referrals than you think, especially right after they feel smart for hiring you. Ask while the glow is warm. The whole month, run a simple daily checklist. Outreach 10. Build 1 asset, deliver 1 promise, post 1 proof, follow up 5. That's it. The math compounds. If your offer is tight, your proof is visible, and your reliability is boring, you won't stay invisible for long. Let's talk money. How do you price? Use 3D packaging to anchor value. A starter, a standard, a premium. Most clients will pick the middle. Make the middle make sense. Add 1 irresistible perk to the premium for those who want to go fast. Don't charge tiny rates and then drown in work. Price clean. Scope tight. Revisions capped. Timelines in calendar days. Deposits up front. The first time a client forgets to pay a deposit, you'll remember this advice. Worried about sounding salesy? Let me give you a simple message you can copy, adapt, and send today. Hey, name quick one. I made a 15-second demo showing how your next video page poster could land stronger. If you want, I'll finish the full version free this week. If it helps, we can set up a simple monthly package. If not, no worries. You keep the asset. Up for it? Short, respectful, proof first. Clean path to yes? You only need a handful of yeses this month to hit your number. Now, a few edge cases and pitfalls I wish someone had warned me about. Shiny object syndrome kills momentum. Commit to 1 service for 90 days. Everything works if you work it. Nothing works if you keep switching. Perfectionism is procrastination in a tuxedo. Ship it. Fix it next week. Scope creep is a silent thief. Write scope in 1 sentence. 3 thumbnails. 2 concepts. 1 revision. Delivery Friday. The burnout stalks the ambitious. Protect 1 hour of deep work each morning with your phone in another room. That hour will do more for your income than the other 10 combined. Let's pause and breathe. You're building a cash engine. That's step 1. Step 2 is extracting the friction, making your machine elegant and repeatable so every cycle gets easier, not harder. Step 3 is turning your earned income into lasting wealth so you don't wake up in 5 years with nice screenshots and nothing to show for it. This is where most hustlers blow it. They make money and then burn it to prove to strangers that they made money. Don't do that. Not until you can accidentally buy the thing 10 times over and not notice. Here's the wealth flywheel I would run with my first 10,000 and every 10 after that. It has 4 buckets. Safety, growth, opportunistic, frontier. I am not your financial advisor. I'm telling you what's kept me sane and steadily rich. Safety is your high-interest savings account. It will never make you rich. It will keep you from making dumb decisions. Aim for 3 to 6 months of living costs. Why? So when markets dip or a family emergency arrives, you aren't forced to sell investments at the worst possible moment. Cash is not useless. Cash is a shock absorber. Rates come and go. Keep enough to sleep without clenching your jaw. Growth is your index funds. Low-cost, broad-based ETFs and funds that track the market. People roll their eyes because it's not sexy. The math doesn't care. Historically, A diversified market like the S&P 500 has returned around 10 annually over long periods. That's not a guarantee. It's a pattern. If you automate a monthly contribution and don't mess with it, you harness the single most powerful force in personal finance: compounding. $5 a day invested over decades can build 7 figures. Hate waiting decades? Increase the contribution. That's what I did. I earned from my hustle. I shoveled a chunk into index funds. The machine did what the machine does. Opportunistic is your individual stocks, not your main course. Your learning lab. Start small. You will make better decisions when your money is in the game. You will also feel the volatility in your bones. That's valuable. It teaches you to separate story from numbers. If a company's business model is simple, its cash flow is strong, its moat is real, and its leadership isn't allergic to reality, maybe it deserves a slice. Keep records. Write why you bought. Revisit in 6 months. You'll get sharper quickly. Frontier is crypto. I ignored it at first. I was wrong. Today, I'm bullish with boundaries. Bitcoin, Ethereum, a tiny, tiny allocation to anything spicier if you must, but the truth is, you don't need a hot altcoin to win. You need discipline. Dollar cost average. Don't chase green candles. Don't panic at red ones. Never invest money you can't afford to see drop 50 on a Tuesday. Use secure storage. Educate yourself. Treat crypto like a high beta, high volatility frontier because it is. Here's a simple allocation for your first 10,000 that balances reality with ambition. 40% back into your business. That's software, subcontractors, education, tools that multiply your time, and a cushion so you can say yes to opportunities without sweating. 30% into growth your index funds. 20% into safety until your buffer is a few months thick. 10% into frontier if you believe in it and can stomach it. Hate crypto. Move that 10 into growth or keep it opportunistic. The point is the habit. Every win gets split. Every invoice feeds the flywheel. People will tell you high-interest account at 3% is a joke. Smile. They're missing the point. The account isn't your strategy, it's your parachute. People will tell you index funds are for cowards. Smile. They're confusing adrenaline with intelligence. People will brag about tripling money in a week. Smile. They won't show you the week after. You are not playing the same game as them. You are building a machine that feeds your life and your future without drama. Let's bring this down to the ground with a 1-week micro plan you can start tonight. Tonight, pick your service. Write 3 offers. Send 5 messages. Build 1 proof piece. Tomorrow morning, do 90 minutes of deep work before you touch your phone. Deliver 1 thing, post 1 proof. Follow up with 5 people. Day 3, repeat. Day 4, repeat. Day 5, repeat. Day 6, take half a day to clean your systems and schedule the next week. Day 7, rest or learn. If you do this for 3 weeks, you will have conversations. Conversations lead to work. Work leads to cash. Cash plus discipline leads to your first 10,000. What should I say in a cold DM? Keep it simple and human. Hey, name, I made a quick thumbnail rewrite hook edit landing page headline for your last post because the idea is strong and a tiny tweak could lift results. If you want, I'll finish the whole thing this week. If it doesn't improve your CTR leads watch time, don't pay. If it does, we can chat about a simple monthly plan. Deal? That's it. No paragraphs. No, dear sir or madam, lead with proof, offer a test, reduce risk, ask clearly. What if the client disappears? Set deposits. Use contracts even if they're simple. Confirm every decision in writing. Create a single Google Drive with clean naming so you never argue about which version. Get paid through systems that reduce friction. The more boring your operations, the more money your creativity makes. How do I stop scope creep? Write it down first, then defend it kindly. We scoped 3 posts and 2 revisions. Happy to add the extra 2 options as an add-on for X. Want me to do that? Most clients aren't malicious. They're excited. Your job is to keep excitement from eating your calendar. How do I raise prices? With proof, finish a project, share the result. Quote the next client a little higher. Add 1 lever of leverage a guarantee, a faster turnaround tier, a performance bonus. Keep stepping up. If someone says you're too expensive, you're hearing feedback from the wrong market. Find the room where your price is a relief, not a burden. What if I'm not the best? You don't have to be the best. You have to be the most consistent in your room. The internet is billions of rooms. Pick one, show up, improve. The market quietly rewards people who don't disappear. Let's put identity fuel in your tank. For the next 7 days, pretend you are already the person who gets hired because people feel calmer after they talk to you, not because you're loud. Because you are clear. When you write like you're texting a friend you respect. When you record, speak like you're explaining it to your future self. When you deliver, show your work like a chef plating a meal. Confidence without noise. That energy attracts money. Now imagine the scene 10 days from now. You open your inbox. There's a message. This is exactly what we needed. Can you start Monday? Your stomach does a small leap. You reply with clarity and a calendar link. You send an invoice, you do the work, you get paid, you split the payment across your buckets. You sit back for 1 minute and breathe. Not because the money is huge yet, because you can feel the machine starting to hum. That hum is the sound of your future getting louder. Before we close, 2 stories to tattoo the lesson. A friend of mine shot wedding videos on weekends. He was great. He was exhausted. He shifted 1 degree. He started shooting product demos for local businesses on weekdays. Same camera, different audience. His rates doubled. His hours stabilized. His work helped clients sell. He stopped selling time and started selling outcomes. Another friend loved typography. She posted 1 poster a day for 30 days. Day 12, a brand messaged her. Day 20, another. By day 30, she had a waiting list. She didn't cold call. She documented. She positioned. She let reach do its work. You can do both approaches. You can do them this month. Let me give you a tiny checklist for reliable delivery that will make clients cling to you. Before you start, send a 1-page, "This is what I heard" summary. After the call, send a time-stamped recap with next steps and deadlines. 2 days before delivery, send a status update with a preview image or a text snippet. On delivery day, send the work with a Loom walkthrough and an online summary of the outcome. Include 1 ask, testimonial or referral, if happy. Schedule the next checkpoint. Then move on. This rhythm alone can add thousands to your annual income because it turns anxiety into anticipation. Finally, say this out loud with me. The first 10,000 is a skill test, not a luck test. I earn it by choosing 1 lane, by positioning close to revenue, by using leverage instead of hours, by showing proof publicly, by being reliable when others flake, by turning income into assets. I do not need permission. I do not need perfection. I need a timer, a list, and 1 brave message per day. You have everything you need to start today: a brain, a phone, an internet connection, time you can carve out, the willingness to be seen trying. That is rarer than you think. Most people will wait a year to do what takes an hour. Don't be most people. Pick your service tonight. Write your 3 offers. Send 5 messages. Build 1 proof. Sleep. Wake up and do 90 minutes of deep work before the world can interrupt you. Repeat. When your first order received pops up, screenshot it. Not for flexing, for proof to your future self. Proof that you didn't wait for the perfect moment. You made the moment. Then you made $10,000. Are you worse than millionaires? No. They started earlier, ran more cycles, and refused to quit on a bad week. Now it's your turn. Go run your cycles, go get your first 10, then come back and tell me how you did it. Because once you know how to pull 10 from thin air, you will never look at money the same way again. You won't hope for wealth. You'll build it quietly, consistently, and on purpose.